college basketball best bets time. So which bets you're looking at for conference tournament games tonight? Let's start in the ACC tourney, right? Second round games. Which game and bet do you have your eye on here, Jules?
Some of the spots, I mean, we saw the worst of the worst in the ACC yesterday, and now some of those teams advanced to play some pretty good teams. So spots that I'm looking at, Louisville coming in to play Virginia. Virginia just smoked them. Louisville's a dead dog, but they, somebody had to win that game against Georgia Tech that didn't even start two of their best players, and it happened to be Louisville. So far, I like Colgate to win their conference tournament. So I parlayed Colgate money line with UVA money line, and that's my biggest bet so far today. But if you want to lay it with Virginia Tech over Clemson, I loved Clemson to get through against a terrible NC State team. Now they're in a bad spot. So I like these teams that have been sitting around waiting for the bad teams in the ACC to come through, and I think that we're going to see some shock.
All right, Collin, obviously you're in Vegas right now.
That looks awesome. What a sick backdrop.
Wow, what a sick backdrop. All right, yeah. I mean, which game and bet do you have your eye on? You're just looking at a lot of bets. You're in Vegas,
probably.
man. Yeah.
Oh, while we were waiting here, Julian and I were talking, but we didn't talk about games. We talked about his trip out here next week. But believe it or not, I wish we had exchanged notes, though, because I'm going to be extremely boring. And not only do I have Colgate later, but I have Virginia minus 5.5 today. Louisville's lost 11 of 13. They came to do what they came to do, which is win one game and put a little polish on it. The best team in Louisville right now is Bellarmine. Congratulations to the ASUN champs, even though they can't play in the NCAA tournament. Louisville stinks. This is a gift layup game. I really love Virginia minus 5.5 today.
Yeah, we don't really know if Julian will still be with us after his trip to Vegas next week. But we do have a lot of tournaments here, guys, kicking off today. So Big Ten, SEC, Big East, Pac-12. Give me a first-round game you are looking at tonight, Collin.
I like Oregon minus 8.5 over Oregon State. So the reason that line is so low is because Will Richardson has been ruled out for the tournament, but that doesn't matter because Oregon, even without Richardson, is still much, much stronger than Oregon State, who has not won a game in the calendar year of 2022. They have occasionally played a smidge feisty at home, but this is a neutral floor. Anywhere on the road, they just, they play dead. So I like Oregon minus 8.5 today.
All right, Jules, how about you, bro?
Are we allowed to use afternoon games? Good, because I'm using an afternoon game.
Great.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Pac-12, Arizona State. I threw it out last night at 3.5. It's now at 4.5. Whatever. Stanford hasn't won a game in months. Arizona State peaking at the right time. So yeah, out in the West Coast. Collin's probably going to this game or something. Pac-12 tournament. 3 p.m. tip on the East Coast. Noon if you're Collin. Arizona State is getting through. Lay whatever you got to lay against Stanford.
All right, one final tonight, Patriot League Championship, Navy at Colgate. Who is going dancing, Julian?
Yeah, sorry, I spilled the beans on this one, but
Yeah.
I really like it in parlay form with Virginia. So that's how I'm doing it. I don't want to, Bryant last night made the case why you lay the points with the 1 seed that's going to break through and make it into the tournament. I don't mind if you want to lay the 7, but Colgate's my favorite money line parlay piece of the day at minus 275. Link it with whatever team you really like to win and don't want to lay the points because they're getting through. They're winning that championship game.
Surprise, Collin, you're also going with Colgate, right?
They're Colgate, so fresh and so clean. Nellie Cummings has been there, done that. They have won this thing before. They know what it feels like. I'd like it more at 6. I don't love it at 7, but yeah, Colgate definitely. They're going to get through and they're going to do it again. They might actually make a little bit of noise. Guard-heavy team, and those tend to do well in tournaments.
All right, Collin, get us out of here with this. Slater per pick, your favorite bet on the board tonight for college hoops.
So there is such a thing as a dead cat bounce, but I'm going to go with the dead dog bounce in the Georgia Bulldogs plus 8.5 against Vanderbilt. When your coach is fired, you can play a little free. Tom Crean is already out at Georgia. That has been announced. Vandy has not played well late in the season. They look at a little bit run down right now. So I like Georgia to cover the 8.5 meaninglessly for an emotional Tom Crean in the SEC championship in my beloved hometown of Tampa today. I miss you, Tampa, but this will do for the next couple of weeks.
Yes, it certainly will. Jules, your best bet tonight.
It's the UVA Colgate parlay. I already went over that, so I'll use something else here because there's only so much time to get your ACC futures in, and Duke is still sitting there at -125 on DraftKings Sportsbook. It's square. Don't bet it Arizona versus the field in the Pac-12. Don't lay it with some of these other ones. But Duke, after that loss to UNC at home, got to win 3 games against a really down ACC. Narrative, win that final ACC tournament for Coach K after you let him down at home on Saturday. Duke's running through this thing. Their path to the final is a cakewalk. Then you got a -125 in the championship game, and that's going to be a ridiculous number.